Welcome, one and all. Just basically grinding, chilling, positive vibes, trying to find those golden goose egg gear pieces with the perfect talents and roles on them, or at least one of each. That way, when the update comes, we can combine the two. And these are the adventures of Dung and Beetle. I'm just kidding. Yeah, what's up?
Oh man, if only I could have put. Damn, that's fucked up.
But yeah, what we're working with today, instead of more or less got AR type, we are going with the LMG. Double LMD I was actually able to incorporate as of right now, fill her up to help, with the whole reload. And then as soon as I find a better mask along these lines with a defensive, a utility, and another utility slot that has an active instead of a passive talent, so that way I can put spotter on it. That way I can better hit that magic number of 311.7, preparing for that update coming that's next month. And plus, I gotta find a piece that has better attributes. I do have some that has definitely low rolls, like the bonus armor on that backpack. That's super low. My gloves, I need a pair. These have AR damage on them. I need a pair with LMG. Knee pads aren't too bad. 95-14 armor. The holster, pretty decent. 606 skill power. And then the best piece, I apparently have, except for, besides the other two low rolls of the bonus armor and health, which is that, 10% weapon damage. Then, of course, all those mod slots to help hit that number.
Oh look, I hit it 311.7, but I don't got compensated.
Was them gloves able to have compensator rolled onto it?
Well, I will have to take off clutch and put compensated on it. Now, let's see if I got gloves with compensated.
Well, if you don't, we can go. I got some heroic bounty or challenging bounties that we can do and try to get them dropped.
I think I saved the glove that has them. Maybe not.
Yeah, I had to do some cleaning of house with all my stuff. Had way too much.
No, I don't.
Still 96 out of
What I'm gonna
100,
do,
and then
I'll
150
save
or
this
150
loadout.
in my backpack, in my stash. That is. I need to go through and really get rid of a lot of stuff. But the grind is real when you're trying to come up with constant new twist on.
Does Bloodsucker work when you deplete all the armor or every bar you knock off adds to your own armor?
No, it's all the armor you knock off of either NPC or player, it procs Bloodsucker. So if you're using it for PvP, you knock all the armor off a player, it procs. It can stack up to 5.
What's up, RG? How's the storm?
And even if
RG.
even if they get like a block or two armor, say they're in cover, healing themselves, you knock that 1 or 2 bars off, it procs again and can keep stacking up to 5. Now that's going to change on the update. Instead of the 20% bonus for 20 seconds, it's going for 25% bonus for 10 seconds. I think they said the max stack of 6, so it's actually going to get a little bit better. And then the requirements, it's not set in stone, but it's going to go from requiring 7 defensive to 11 defensive, just like Unstoppable Force and Unbreakable. Whether that actually makes it through PTS, We just have to wait and see and try to be optimistic about it and keep our fingers crossed. I mean, I understand why if they did, because that way, you know, you forced into, you know, trying to find those right pieces, but due to the updated recalibration station, it'll be easier to find, you know, the pieces that has the slots that you want and the talents you want, but they may have like crappy low rolls on it, but then you just find pieces that have like the god rolls of that same chess piece, if you're, say it's a chess piece, and then take the god rolls off, the stats off it and stick it on the other. How's it going, AW? Yeah, the storm kind of passed and finally the power stopped flickering and coming off and on. So as of right now, I think I'm out of the woods. It got downgraded, but now we're just under like a flash flood kind of thing. But yeah, Bloodsucker is underrated. I mean, if you use it right, use it properly, especially those that like staying in cover a lot. You know, after you take off their armor, then they pop back down. And you take it right back off, and it procs that armor. And even when they change it to 10 seconds, 10 seconds is a lot, especially when you're trying to advance up yourself and apply pressure to, you know, those players. Now, as you're pushing up, knocking off armor, it's fortifying your armor and increasing your survivability. And if you're in cover yourself, and you accompany that with patience, then while you're in cover, you know, knocking that armor off, getting the armor back from that, you're also getting the 5% armor off patience. And then I actually had an AR with preservation on it. And you know how NPCs kind of creep up from behind you. You kill a couple of them, and that also, with each kill, gives you 5% armor. So it's just like, you know, perfect synergy, you know, with the current state of like the DZ. And even with the changes coming, that is still very possible. But now, if you want to go for something more damage, then go with Optimist along with this build, like on a P416 or whatever preference AR that you want, and that will give you a lot more damage output in the long run. But yeah, I'm just out here, you know, trying to theory craft and do things differently and try to put my own little twist on things. And it is very, very frustrating, but, you know, I enjoy it. You know, just the hunt for those golden egg gear, you know, finding the right ones with the right talents and just having the fortitude to, you know, push through it and actually, you know, make something. It may not be perfect, but you have the concept, you have the idea. It's just a matter of getting the pieces that have better rolls on them. That way it can become perfected. So a lot of my builds, you know, they have low stats on them, but the concept and the synergy of talents working together is there. And, you know, people comment all the time, well, you know, I got this much damage and that much damage. And I'm like, well, you also probably have, you know, higher weapon damage rolls on your gear too. So, I mean, that, you know, does pay, you know, a big difference. So, you mean you can hop in and buy one of these bounties?
Yeah, sure.
But welcome. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate the love and support. All right, we'll start off with this. Well, I need to get warmed up, so let's not jump directly into a challenging bounty.
Yeah.
Okay, they're both challenging. That one we have
to pick one that's not challenging.
Have to unlock. All right, here's 2. Well, no, you already done one. This one down here is on hard, so that'll work. But yeah, if you happen to be new to the channel and just now tuning in for the very first time, welcome. Be sure to ground and pound that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to turn on post notifications so that way you know each and every time a video is uploaded or a stream goes live. And also, if you want to help support a content creator, then just for 16 cents a day, Tommy? You can help a content creator, provide him with clean food and water to eat, medicine, for only 16 cents a day. So just hit that join button. I play Sarah McLachlan in the arms of an angel in the background. What's up, Zay? Z says, what's up? Yeah, I call you Z. Zondak.
Z, Sexy C. That's my boy, Sexy C. See money.
And I'm pretty sure he's saying that Z with a no homo attached at the end.
Yes, thank God. Yes, thank God. Nice. Okay, I'm right here by the bounty. I got a vector. I know it's cheesy. With strain and Allegro.
Oh God. Well, just so you know, you're gonna want to find.
LOL, what are y'all up to?
Just doing bounties right now. I am not the agent you're looking for. I'm not the agent you're looking for. Okay.
Oh my God, it melts.
Just basically
Give
trying
me
to
that vector, Tommy.
trying to find that the God roll pieces and the hunt for those special
Can
pieces
you
to hit magic
recalibrate
numbers.
the new 515 DZ gear to 530 in the next upcoming update?
I don't really know. I mean, that's yet to be seen. I mean, if you're able to recalibrate, certain pieces now from 500 to 515, I'm pretty sure that you'll be able to go from 515 to 530. Now, whether that makes really that much of a difference, that 1 or 2%, depending on what it is. But yeah, they're changing the recalibration station and the way it's set up too, so you got to keep that in mind as well.
I killed him, yay.
I heard they gonna drop 515 weapons though too, but I bet we won't still be able to recalibrate those.
Officially, nothing has been stated as far as any weapons going to 515. The only thing they've confirmed thus far is just gear at 515.
I think it's down here. Follow me.
Yeah, I was taking care of the drone lady up here.
Oh, drone bitch. Oh shit, dude, running at me.
Oh yeah, no more double stacking the chem launcher for that burst healing. That's going to be changed.
Whoa, really? Oh fucking way, what the fuck was that about? Alright, you cause trouble, I'll stay here. No fucking way.
See what it was is
What the fuck hit us that hard though?
that lady with that pistol. She two-tapped. But I was a little distracted with the chat, and when that one dude was charging you, it's like you I mean, it's not your fault. I'm just saying, the gunshot kind of like alerted everybody else, so they were like right there to jump us as soon as we were going in the door.
Shit. Like, man, though, I didn't get no time to react or anything.
Yeah, that's the
I'll stay here until you get back.
That's the only downside, is not having any damage to elites. Oh shit. I'm gonna have to run.
Yeah.
Alright, let me mark the Garmin.
Shit, I don't put on my tanky belt. They done pissed me off.
Just stay in cover and use a chem launcher to heal you.
Yeah, now this
Problem solved.
Well, I mean, it's not that. It's for those that was wanting to make more or less a healer build. Then that right there. I mean, if you're trying to burst heal teammates, the way it is now, you would have to more or less stack them in order to get that burst healing to your teammates, right? Well, the change is you're going to have to more or less spec into you know, the heal itself and more or less duration. And you're still going to be losing out, you know, on the burst healing effect of it.
Target is near you, Agent.
I mean, personally, they could have done something a little different. Oh boy. As far as the aspect of maybe allowing it to stack, but no more than 2 stacks.
They can heal their own selves.
They shouldn't heal the enemy though, either though.
Yeah. I just killed a boss out here for you.
Oh, you need Biok and fast travel?
Yeah, yeah, you can die and fast travel on me. I'm right outside the door now.
You know, I just put this.
But
build
I mean,
together and I try to use it. Not good.
you know, the sky isn't falling. You know, it's not the end of the world. I mean, you got to keep in mind and kind of
So the
stay
extra ammo is
positive
only used for snares and fire starter.
and optimistic as far as it haven't even made it out of PTS. So everything right now is speculation because it's not set in stone. Everything is subject to change.
If the teammates go down, that's their fault. Yeah, try to get them up if you can.
Well, I mean, just like the way the NPCs are, yeah, you could, you know, force blame on them, but that's kind of a compound, is it? I mean, it's if you're there as a team, then, you know, you're supposed to lift your teammates up and help your teammates, not, oh, you died, oh, well, if I can get you, then I'm not going to, you know, put forth that much of an effort to pick you up. What I'm saying is there's just better ways in which to do that. Like, they could have put it in there to where it can only stack, you know, you can only stack 2, and you can't stack any more than that. So that still allows you to burst heal one teammate, you know, at a time, if need be, or, you know, individually. So at least it gives more of an option to the player instead of, you know, only shooting one heal, and then, because there's really no healing rate. Holy crap. Potato. Got a sniper in the back.
Yep. Yo, but I went around the corner to fucking take cover and he goes in front of the
Sounds
fucking
like
pillar.
you just be the healer the way you are talking.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm talking about as far as, you know, for those that are want to be the support healer of your team.
Oh, it was gonna pick me up.
So you should be the healer and have 2 other DPS guys and on support guy.
Well, I mean, just look at any squad. I mean, everybody has their roles. You know, not everybody can play the sniper role. Not everybody, you know, can be all straight LMGs with only mid-range weapons. You know, you got to have diversity in your group because you face different situations and different tasks. So it's always good to have at least one support player. And of course, specialists, you know, such as, you know, the survivalists and different aspects have talents, you know, baked into them that go along with the more of the support role kind of thing. Like survivalists, you know, extra damage to targets on status effects. I mean, that's something that's on the survivalist. I mean, things of that nature. So, I mean, there are support roles within a squad, and that just kind of underlines that because there's a lot of people out there that's actually trying to make healer builds. Now, should you be able to stack, you know, six straight on top of you at one time, so that way you're like a chem launcher nomad from, you know, Division 1? No. That's why, I mean, there should be limitations on it, but not completely cutting it off, you know, at the hip completely. That's why I said like a max stack of 2. So that way people can't just, you know, stack, you know, ammo in their chem launcher.
Explain to this idiot.
Hey, no need for that name calling. We can all get along. Let's remain positive. I mean, I mean, there's lots of people that are just coming to the game. There's a lot of aspects of it, and a lot of people don't have the time to, you know, follow every state of the game or all the devs and stuff on Twitter. And so that's why they, you know, they tune into content creators like myself, you know, to help, you know, divulge that information to them where, you know, they don't have the time to do it themselves. And by all means, I mean, that's what we're here for. So for asking questions and, you know, wanting a better understanding of, you know, how things are, I mean, that's what, you know, it's all supposed to be. We're all supposed to be help one another. You know, if we go into that mindset,
thumbs up, emoji thumbs up, emoji thumbs up.
If we go in the mindset of always, you know, fending for ourselves and letting everybody else fend for themselves, I mean, just imagine how much far off this world would be. But if everybody, you know,
or the desire to hop on at 8 a.m. for a state of the game.
Yeah, free willingly,
keep up the good
you know,
work.
get on and help somebody out, you know, and not expect anything in return. I mean, that's the way it should be, you know. Karma.
Sup, Relentless.
What's up? Welcome to the stream. It didn't proc it. Oh, only fired one off. How's it going, Ricardo? Welcome, welcome.
Oh, shock rounds.
That will work. Yeah, but for not having any damage to elites, hits pretty hard. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not... I mean, even if it stays as is...
Well, no, nobody should fend for themselves. I do get accidents happen, but I wouldn't just focus on constantly healing people.
Well, I mean, if that's your role in the group, is to keep your teammates alive, because especially if you're on heroic, and that's going to benefit the team as a whole and get you through it a lot faster and easier by having a complete support player that is spec'd into
When
nothing but
down,
healing their teammates.
There is a term for that now. It's called fast res.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But doesn't a troop in any kind of... I know this is a game, but this is just an example. Any squad has a medic. And yes, a medic can apply pressure and shoot a weapon, but his main priority is to help his teammates, support them, heal them, all things like that. So why can't we have a role in this game, just like we had, you know, Reclaimer and things of that nature in Division 1?
Good job, Agent.
Directed gloves.
I mean, think of it as like, you know, a broader view. Some people enjoy playing the support pure healer. You know, they're there to keep their teammates alive. Are they useless? No, because everybody has their place and a part.
Still trying to get that sweet dreams lol. Cause the enemies in the Division 2 deal more damage.
No, I have the
than
sweet
the Division
dreams.
1.
I've had the sweet dreams for
It's different now.
a couple of weeks now. Oh yeah, this is completely two different games, but I was just using it as an example. Yeah, should they, you know, drop 6 chem launchers at their feet and use it as like the Nomads would use their procs in Division 1? No, that's why I said it should be limited to a stack of 2 and no more, but not just completely cutting it off.
I used to love the Reclaimer. That was so useful.
Yeah, because, I mean, some people like to play DPS, some people play support. But sometimes, I mean, just like in any game, when you have someone that's fully equipped to do nothing but support their teammates and to keep them
I miss
alive,
the med box.
then they usually make it a lot further than you having 4 DPS guys on your team. Just saying.
I've done that mission several times now on challenging and still no drop. You can get one-shotted even in story mode even with max 500510 gear.
Yeah, I got the sweet dreams the very first time I did the mission. I guess I just got lucky.
Even when soling.
I got the sweet dreams, the lullaby. I still lack, I think, 1 component for the Liberty. I haven't even tried for the Nemesis because I've more or less been grinding and helping others out, you know, that are new to the game, level up, or even helping them get up their second characters, helping them get the mask from the hunters. You know, it's not all about me. You know, I have a community, I have a clan, and you know, that's something I enjoy doing is, you know, helping others out.
I just need the blueprint to complete the chatterbox. The lullaby is terrible, I would get that nemesis though. 330 KDMG, that is nasty.
Well, I mean, the lullaby has its uses, just like some people...
What's up 3azzy, bot rip. Stop building glass cannons if you solo Manuel.
I mean, lullaby has its purpose, just like the holstered talent, right? If you don't want to run Chatterbox with an LMG and you don't want to use filler up, then you can use the holstered talent of lullaby as your secondary, so that way you can just flip and get 25 rounds back in your magazine.
Emoji grin.
What's up, Easy? How's it going? Welcome.
TM Rush, what are you talking about? I never said anything about building a glass cannon. Where did you get that from? Hey buddy. Bot boy is here.
Remember, calm, cool, and collective. Let's keep those positive vibes afloat. Rise above the negativity. We can have a difference of opinion and still coexist.
Shit on stream. Talking shit on stream.
Yeah.
What up, people?
That's what makes Division awesome, man. Let them talk shit.
Lullaby bolster talent is better than Chatterbox for LMG. Slay.
Yeah, it's just a personal preference, Davis. Some, I mean, even like the Chatterbox with an AR, which is, you know, the reload time. But
RELENTLESSxRG, the lullaby does great DMG, but it's too slow.
Well, that's why I was talking about the holstered talent manual.
Slay, I've playing some PvP now, emoji grin.
But my damage LMG with the Chatterbox, check this. You can use, if you don't know and didn't know, then using the
nice
filler
bro.
up talent along with the Blathermouth, because yes, an LMG takes 5 seconds or longer to reload, and the Chatterbox, in order to proc Blathermouth, you have to get a kill and then reload within 5 seconds.
Goriila was good.
But you can proc the Chatterbox
is good, but you need to learn how to reload after you kill an enemy.
No, that's where filler up comes in, because all you have to do is switch to your
does
sidearm.
Work? Great stream, bro. Emoji cool smile.
So what you do with filler up is, in your secondary, I'll show you right now on stream. That's why you go through that animation right there of just reloading your weapon. Bam. Both LMGs are reloaded and Blathermouth is procced. So, for instance, you shoot off 2 rounds, you put it away empty. You go business as usual. And then when it comes to time to reload, you just switch to your sidearm, go through the animation, and it's reloaded. You do that, and along with the Chatterbox, and you have Blathermouth and automatically fully reloaded. Solves both problems. You can run LMG, Chatterbox, and filler up. So that way you get the 20% RPM boost.
It also works
and you
for
get the
your
refill.
Primary weapon, it seems, but it doesn't say it. What's the filler up talent on? In Chillin, bro.
What's up, Slay? Welcome. I got this challenging bounty over here.
Fire. On the sidearm.
That's Slayito. So don't be coming over here complaining about Div 2, bringing that black cloud over my head. Slayito. My man,
what you up to, Relentless?
Oh, nothing much. Just you know, trying to get the golden goose egg gear pieces for, you know, better rolls for better pieces, and
LOL Tommy.
Preparing for what possible changes are coming next month. Enjoying watching the PTS.
Division 2 PvP is shit.
So if you are Slayer, that's just your playstyle. But if you want to get in watching on the PTS during the day, you can check out Macho on Twitch. He's an awesome Twitch streamer, and he is currently on the PTS. And he does a lot of theory crafting, going through. He's doing a lot of check-in of all these changes that they're making, and actually making builds right there each and every day according to each time they switch something or tweak something along with this whole PTS and the changes
I
that are
need
coming.
commies vector emoji
So go
grin.
definitely go check out Macho on Twitch.
Hurry up and get it. Hurry up and get over here before they see me.
You know how to calm down Slayer. Him and his negative vibes talking about Division 2 is shit.
Yeah. That sound like Slay.
Like I told him, it's not the Division.
I wish they would unlock the
it's
mods
just his
on the
play
special
style.
exotic weapons. Relentless wish he had the sexy aim like me. Emoji happy tears.
I don't want to be shooting people's toes and ankles. I watched your stream in Division 1 last night, and you did more toe tapping and kneecapping than you
playstyle
actually
is
did
sexy.
head shooting.
LOL.
Slayito.
Laughing yay I had nothing but sexy aim.
Yeah, if you think sexy aim is... You have a foot fetish. Just saying. Nah, you're good, Slay. Oh, funny. Oh, for shits and giggles, mate.
Ain't nothing wrong with my
You
aim.
don't get away, my friend.
Oh, I got complete potato aim. I'm not one to talk about nobody's
Oh my
aim.
God.
Okay, there's an invisible thing
You
right there.
can aim at a wall just like in Counter-Strike and see the shot pattern.
My aim is sexy. I don't know what you're talking about.
See the shots in the wall.
I no die with this build.
Relentless when you gonna make the pred build.
Well, with all these changes coming, it's probably gonna... oh boy. Be a few more minutes. Just because trying to put kneecapped along with the talent sadist on and have it all working together, and plus trying to use the ongoing directive for the 25% bleed bonus, and then putting bleed duration and bleed damage in mods and mod slots. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit longer than just opening up your stash and finding the right pieces. The grind is real.
Come on, stick your pretty head out. Stick that beautiful head out, baby. So I can show you how much I love ya. Oh yeah, you get on that heavy gun. Give me that Rambo talk, baby. I like it. Don't think so, healer. Death awaits you.
Ah.
Everybody dying.
The machine gun at CQC laughing.
Oh, that's friendly. About blew her head off.
Oh shit, my fault. My fault.
About done the same thing.
Yeah, I started licking shots at him.
Okay, I could have swore I just got on a Gatling gun. Oh, really?
Ooh, shit! Aha, I gotta revive, bitch.
Okay, I just killed an NPC. I just killed another NPC. Like, really? I hate the way they did the Kim Munster.
That is a minigun. The GAT was a manual gun back in the 1800s.
He on.
It's actually going to be pretty much a Gatling
You
gun.
had to
It's
spin
going
in
to
the
be
arm.
part of the new gear sets, too. Oh, and also, if anybody has Twitter, go follow Frederick Thylander. He's one of the weapon devs and talent devs of the division.
Fire because soon is getting cut.
And he's dropping a little of Easter eggs as far as what's to come. And the hipfire, the only thing you won't be able to crit, and since the critical hit range of an LMG is past 10 meters, you don't crit when you're hip firing with the LMG in the first place, so it doesn't affect hip fire on LMG or ARs. It only affects hip fire on the SMGs. But moving on. Yeah, go check out Frederick Thylander. He's been dropping some tidbits as far as some upcoming new gear sets that are going to be announced as soon as next week.
I wouldn't even care about it because I take cover 90 of the time.
Yeah, so
and I use cover correctly.
All those new gear sets, the 6 pieces, instead of not like the true trash of the ongoing or any of those, but some brand new stuff. Yeah, so stay tuned for all the updates. And if you want even more information, then check out Terry Spire from Red Storm on Twitter, along with Frederick Thylander.
If you're replaying on console, double tap the R1 button to self-heal quickly.
Actually, it's L1 on PS4 unless you change the controls of it. And it's still clunky as crap because even though you might double tap it, don't always 100% always drops one at your feet. And if it does, it still will bug and glitch out, and it'll put it in your hand still even after that. So that's why, especially in a gunfight, sometimes it'll bug and glitch out, and you'll end up shooting heals at NPCs or other players, and healing those players that you're actually fighting instead of actually healing yourself. But they changed it, and it actually is better for PC players, but it made it a little clunkier on console. But, you know, some people don't have the issue, but, you know, I hear a lot on Twitter, you know, complaining about it. And also, of course, I wouldn't say Reddit because that's just a toxic playground. But, yeah, things of that line. So it's not just a couple people having the issue.
Did we kill a bounty?
I hate the PS4 controllers. I do have one though. They not cutting the hip fire on AR and LMG is from B. I'm thinking about getting the thing where you can use an Xbox controller with the PS4.
Did we kill a bounty, Relentless?
I thought we did.
I thought we killed a regular boss.
Bot SHD.
There was one out here
KL.
in the parking lot where you're at now.
Yeah, no, right?
Yeah, he was laying on the ground. I ran out there and killed him. Yeah, his stuff's right there. He had but
Love
he was
your gameplay. You are funny.
He was a Deca 52 boss. Oh, appreciate it, James. And once again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you showing up and showing the stream some love and support. And if you happen to be new and you're enjoying it, then be sure to ground and pound that like and subscribe button. And also play intro the Arms of an Angel by Sarah McLachlan. Just for 16 cents a day, you can help support your local content creator, provide him with clean water, fresh food, medications for when he's sick for only 16 cents a day. So if you're interested in something like that, further supporting the channel and helping it grow, we were hitting like phenomenal spikes in growth. I mean, we've gained over 2K subs just in the last couple weeks alone. So we are exploding. But if you'd like to further help out, then be sure to check out that membership join button where you can get exclusive content along with custom emojis and tons of other perks.
Bot brother is Tommy and bot boy. Tired and old ... and you? LOL.
Yeah, about same tired and old here. But yeah, if you don't know, the attributes as far as the offensive, defensive, and utility are no longer called those. They are called the Legos. The red, blue, and yellow Legos.
Just 6 cents a day, Igor.
Because if you can't find the right piece, it's basically about just like stepping on a Lego barefooted. If you ever stepped on a Lego barefooted, you understand what I'm saying? So if you can't find the right pieces with that one attribute you're missing, then yeah.
Relentless, how long you gonna be on for?
Couple hours. You're welcome. Anybody's welcome to hop in. L, Jeremy, you're welcome to hop in. Slay, you are. We're just trying to find those
Why
pieces,
would
doing
PvE
bounties.
players need the best gear in the game if lower gear could beat all PvE content?
You're gone.
Oh,
Well,
I see. Be now in, not in.
Yeah, you got to look at it from two sides of the coin, Light. The PvE community and the PvPers of Division need to tone it down, in my opinion now, of the toxicity. Because I look at it as one can't
Legos are fun to play.
coexist
Bingo
without the
with the
other.
stomachache.
It's like the PvEers will say, why should I venture into a PvPvE area in order to get the best gear? Well, in turn, the flip side of that coin is, why do us
You'll be on later. I
PvPers
got a date with Xar right now.
have to be forced to play the 8-man raid in order to get the best gear in that? You see, it works both ways. But if you look at it on the glass is half full and not half empty, the devs are trying to make content for each and everybody. They're trying to appease the whole audience as a whole, not just PvEers, not just PvPers. They're trying to
They
put
need to just
a lot of
appease
stuff in there for
me.
everybody. But I mean, the PvEers want that min-max gear because they get a kick, and you know, I have too, by seeing how fast they can complete a heroic mission. And by min-maxing a PvE build and they can shave 15 seconds off, you know, their time and, you know, beating a heroic mission, then that's an accomplishment for them. Likewise on PvP, surviving against, you know, the 8-man other people when the non-existent PvP area right now in the in the dark zone, for instance, is saying, we min-max builds for more or less the occupied. It's not so much for the normalized, but that's where we get our kick out of, is actually PvPing. That's why I'm glad they actually put in the rogue system back in the occupied. That is coming because rogue lives matter. I've been tweeting that to Terry Spire for since, I don't know, a week game's conception when it came out at launch, because I mean, it's just kind of like a crap show right now. At least gives an incentive for going rogue. It's supposed to be high risk, high reward, but right now there's really no reward to it. So good things, in my opinion, are coming. Do I like each and everything? I mean, with everything, there's a good side and a bad side, but how bad is it actually?
Put
It's
515 in Heroics 2.
it's
Problem
just your
solved.
it's just your perception of, you know, the bad. Just because you see it in a
You
bad
still
light
part
is
of
what
us,
makes
but
it
L,
bad.
you bot L.
So you just have
LOL.
to change your perception of things. Ah, a Famazi. All right, on to the next one. Yeah, that's, I mean, that's a lot of it in today's world. It's all about how you perceive things.
Let's
You
shoot
can
this thing down.
you can look at it in a positive light, or you can immediately look at it in a negative light. But the choice is still yours on which what you choose to perceive it as.
This is my favorite YouTuber right here, man.
I appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah, I'm trying to currently in the process of actually getting a PC, so I can do the whole OBS alerts, all the bells and whistles, instead of having to stream through the PlayStation itself. That's why I haven't really done it as much, because I'm having to stream through the PlayStation since my computer crapped out a while back. So hoping that that'll be remedied in the next month, so that way I can
No, how about El Botterino?
alternate videos every other day and then stream in between them, so that way I can constantly provide some kind of content for the viewage each and every day. El Botterino, he's the #1. He's my main man, and an overall awesome guy. Even though he does look like Mr. Burns off The Simpsons. And I'm about to get a text in about 5 minutes in, that's fucked up, sir. You know, I got no love for you, El.
He's a beautiful man.
Yeah, there's too much negativity in the world, and especially like I don't know,
He
certain
thinks I don't like him, but I don't. I love
content
him.
creators have like, you know, little small rivalries and whatnot. And my philosophy is, why don't we just, you know, forget all that nonsense and grow together? All right. Activating this challenging one. About to get destroyed.
LOL Botterito.
The one and only, the infamous goat sucker.
No. It is
That's funny and good.
Chupacabra. Quiet.
And another thing, a lot of people don't know, when me and my group, or even if I'm, you know, just duo or in a full group, if I ever in the dark zone PvPing, I'm always in a private chat. So keep in mind the things that come out of my mouth. I know that, you know, sometimes I don't have a filter, and I just, you know, I say that as it is. I mean, I'm just me. I'm just genuine. I have my flaws. But just know, I mean, other players will never actually hear me. So is that really being toxic? It's like the saying goes, if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around, does it really make a sound? It's like, the only times in past vids, like on Division 1, yeah, when somebody would come up and immediately start trash talking, and yeah, of course I would go to game chat then because I just found it funny. I just let them, you know, stick their foot in their mouth, especially after I bodied them like 5 or 6 times straight. That's why let your gameplay speak for itself. Not, I mean, words are just words. They can only hurt you if you allow them to.
That build is nice. I am working on maxing my on the ropes build. I have my P4 hitting 198k. Want to get it a little higher.
Yeah, I
Love
have.
you to Tommy. Just wish I could show you how much. Lol.
Yeah, I'm just working on getting better pieces myself because I got low attribute rolls on a lot of them. That's why, I mean, I'd like my armor to be up like 20k and my health along 20k, but it's just trying to get those right stats. And currently I'm looking for Gilligard Mask, but have an active talent other than restorative, so that way I can put Spotter on it. So that way I can hit that, you know, perfect number, because that is basically the easiest way in order to hit that number 311.7, according to the changes that they're currently making, if, you know, it actually comes through PTS the way they're stating it now. Because Gilligard can have tons and tons of slots, like this piece, the chest piece, for instance. You get 2 defensive, 1 offensive, and then at the bottom you get 2 defensive slots and a utility. So that's 4 defensive and a utility just on your chest. And then on knee pads, you got 1 defensive, and then you got 2 more defensive slots in the knees. So just in those 2 pieces alone gives you your 7 defensive attributes right there. So if you want to go Bloodsucker, as of right now, Unstoppable Force, but Unstoppable Force is subject to change from a 7 defensive to 11. But just in those 2 pieces gives you 7 of those 11. So that gives you 4 other pieces to come up with 4 more, and then 7 utilities. And then if you find the right backpacks that have utilities on them plus utility slots, and then also I haven't come across any Gilligard gloves, but they'll have usually like a defensive and an offensive, and then have either a utility or another defensive and its mod slot on the gloves, so that, you know, allows to get that 311.7 perfect number. Speaking of the devil. So this backpack has 1 defensive. And it has on the ropes and hardened, just like I'm using now. It's got more armor, but it's lacking 1 utility, but then makes up for the utility in the mod slot. And then it actually has an extra defense. I just found basically the perfect backpack because it has 1% higher weapon damage, And then once after the change, when you can get higher
What's
main
up, what's
stats, then the talent's already there because the new recalibration thing is. Hold on, Tommy. We got time. Let me explain this. You want to find pieces that have the talents that you want because you don't want to recal. Yeah, you don't want to roll or recal talents on gear with the upcoming one. You want to get pieces with the right talents and the mod slots that you want, and the right attributes. But in turn, you want to get ones with low stats so that way you can roll higher stats on them and in turn elevate the gear score and everything else of it.
Got a lot of smoke going up my. Smile.
Oh.
You said what? I said these nuts.
How do you say what to what you asked me? I said what because I don't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Alright, sorry. So we still got 9 minutes. Alright, where is this bum at?
I turned my mic off.
Oh, you're good.
Emoji happy tears, emoji happy tears, emoji happy tears.
What's up, Zero? Welcome to the stream. Yo, a lot of Goriila Nation in the chat. Nice. Thank you for all for love and support. And also, if you want to be part of the Goriila Nation, just ground and pound that sub button. Hit that join membership button. And also, we still have spots in the Goriila Nation clan here on the PS4. So if you're on the PlayStation 4 platform and are a avid Division 2 player, whether you're only PvE or PvP or both, then go check out the clan list and look us up, RGN Goriila Nation. And we're more than happy to have as many comes. But, we only have, I think, like 12 spots left.
Nothing much, just working.
Yep, same here, Zero. Well, trying to accomplish something anyways. But I appreciate you making the effort to tune in while you're at work. I'm blessed and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Smile.
Yeah, what's the purpose of this? That'd be messed up if we could hop over and couldn't hop out.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
Hey, I saw the YouTube post, hope it don't hit.
Yeah, same here. It changed now and downgraded from tornado to now we're just under flash flood, and at least the power stopped flickering off and on.
The fuck they came.
I'll be back.
Ah! I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Ah!
Think on the ropes build is better with AR
God.
or LMG.
Wow, 2 shots they almost fucking kill you. Shut the fuck down, bitch.
I can't believe I survived. Holy testicle Tuesday, Batman. Here, hold that for me. Oh, she went right after you.
Why they all of a sudden got so fucking tanky as fuck? Oh my god, why all of a sudden 2 shots is putting me on block?
That's your target.
Is he gonna come out, or we gotta go in and? I guess we're gonna have to go in and get him.
We gotta join.
You know that person?
Yeah, it's a friend.
An agent is no longer in your group.
There's a restock right here. I'm full. So that's another good thing about filler up. Unlimited ammo. Never run out. If you use filler up every single time, you'll always stay at that 930 rounds. It's pretty sweet. Even if you have 0 rounds in any magazine, none in the chamber,
Buddy approve.
you can still have infinite ammo because every time you proc filler up, then you still will reload, especially both
I'm
double
going
LMGs.
about to hop on God Room for in more.
Yeah, B. Okay, that is a little far for me. I'm going in.
Cover fire.
Ah, you didn't like that, did you?
Not be that's getting on his sleigh.
Ah, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to piss you off, lady. You pulled out the vector on me. You must be having strained and clutch on that. I didn't expect those other ones to come out from the side because she was all alone out there for
especially this shotgun guy.
Yeah, she was all alone for a good while. So I thought we, killed all her little minions, but apparently not. Oh, and it's kind of a coincidence.
Why the fuck it popped it when it didn't? Oh,
but if any of you guys ever tried like G Fuel,
what a stupid ass game.
it's basically kind of like energy drink without the carbonation or the sugar or things like that.
Blows it up.
But it's a powder you pretty much put in a drink, you shake up. It's called Rogue Energy. Go figure. For those up there that are Division fans. But you can use code RGaming and get 10% off if you are interested in things of that nature.
Get me fucking stuck like an idiot.
Now that's my fault. Like I said, I thought she was by herself and...
No, but I threw my hive at you. I aimed it at you so I could pick you up and it blows up. Fucking stupid game.
In trying out this safeguard reformation patience build with an AR and LMG.
Yeah, my bad, Slay. I
nice
just looked down and saw Brickle Boy's name. But yeah, Slay, we got room for one. Bring positive vibes, not your negative ass.
Are you back, Relentless?
I'm fast traveling on you now. Or trying to, anyways.
Right. Well, cause we just fucking wipe. I throw the fucking hive on you and I aim so I could pick you up. The shit blows up.
Oh, you down?
Yeah, I'm dead.
Oh, alright, I'm running then.
Well, one of the bosses is dead.
Yo, it kind of threw me for a loop. I was like, oh, this
When is update coming for console? In loading up now.
So that's the beauty, Slay. I can hide that.
Let me know when you get back so I can fast travel. Well,
Alright,
I'm behind
NPCs,
cover, so
I am not the agent you're looking for. I'm not the agent you're looking for.
LOL whatever.
Division mind tricks.
If you come in through that window, you can pick me up because I'm behind cover.
Yeah, I'm going through enemy lines. Alright, well, it just popped up saying the target was near me, so I believe that you can go ahead and die in fast travel because I'm in the vicinity.
No, you're gonna come in through that window though. If you get into the same place, you can pick me up. They won't even see you.
Oh, I got golds out here.
Ooh. In case I'm with fast travel.
Really? Come here. Don't run from me.
They gotta fix that, man. With that shit, I throw on my skill and it blows up. The fuck?
Alright, I'm trying to make it around to you. I've got Black Tusk out here.
I'm about to fast travel to you.
They're fighting each other, so maybe I can sneak by and sneak in. Nope. Ah! Oh, great, and I can't hop over this rail? That's bullshit. Wait a minute. Am I even going the right way? I'm an idiot. Ah! Oh, really? That's my fault.
Oh, I see you.
I got sidetracked. Wasn't even heading to the door, was going the wrong direction. Yeah, you gotta more or less put it on me, then click it to target me. There you go. Alright, now where's this door?
Why you run to the fire?
Well, I was gonna die anyways, because what messed me up from the get-go was
I don't even know
Or
where the
this is
door
around
is
the
at.
side, if I remember.
that little bush
Hold on, this way,
that
right?
wouldn't let you hop over it, but she lets you hop over a wall. Like, really? It's like a war zone out here now.
Run around this way, cause I got him this way before.
Should be a gate on the other side of the building.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same one we went in a while ago. We probably should have went the other way, and then we'd already probably been there. Because this is exactly what we did the first time.
Yep. Yep, it's right here.
Yeah, it's a.
It's a little run, but
It should be
we get
right
in there.
here. This is it.
Yeah, but all we gotta do is go through the window and around again.
Alright, Relentless. Try not to get cocky again. And thinking NPC's
Yeah.
alone, and then her whole horde of minions come out and completely bend me over prison style.
Oh, he's gonna reload his whole gun. Forgot about that. Well, once both my guns are cooldown, I mean my talents get more damage, I'll do that.
Is it just me, or he? Oh, he's got one of those. He's protected. He's on a timer.
I got him right here. Yeah, he got the armor on.
He's not taking any
City,
damage.
shoot our city.
I'm gonna try to
Yeah,
get
you're
that
not gonna
other
do
one
nothing.
out of the corner from over there.
Throw a nade at him. Yeah, he gonna pop that nade on himself.
Gamer Gary, thanks for the donation.
Oh, jeez, Gamer Gary.
I got that damage.
Yo,
once
let's give
over
Gamer
by,
Gary some love in the chat. Appreciate the $20 dono. You are the man. Dude, you keep blessing me. Very much appreciate it. Hey, also, he's another smaller content creator like myself. You can click on his name and check out his channel. And go over there and show him some love in return for blessing and showing me love.
I'm gonna flank him.
Oh, that was a bad grenade.
AC, y'all.
Yeah, is anybody looking for anything in particular?
Most
His
of my shit's
ACR
on
got-
PC. I haven't even
his
gotten to tier 5 yet on the PlayStation
His
yet.
ACR got optimized.
Well, I mean, if they don't mind, I don't mind. We can help you do that.
Yeah.
It's fine with me. I think I got like a couple of the strongholds left.
All right, there's
Gotta get it.
I got
on
an
your
offensive
map.
protocol with 1.5% weapon damage, 2% SMG critical hit damage, and 1% pistol crit hit chance. Got a utility with 109 skill power, increased shock duration and bleed duration. A China Light mask with 1 utility defensive with trauma. Semi-auto headshots have a 15% chance to blind. Ooh, I might want to keep that one for myself. And then a tactical M249 Para if anybody wants it with stable and eyeless on it.
That the ACR had optimized. You picked it up.
Wait a minute. Is that just a coincidence that this China Light piece actually has trauma? Semi-auto headshots have no, but see that only works with. See now it's trolling me. It requires a marksman rifle or a rifle, but yet it gave me a tactical M249 that deals 20% weapon damage to blinded enemies. Well, I mean that's a weird combination if you want to go LMG rifle. Eee. But I put together more weird things than that. Who's shooting me?
You see this gear right here? I gotta be.
That Bloodsucker is not bad, but it's got 2 offensive. It'd be better if it just had the 1 offensive, and that 1 offensive be weapon damage. That's why Gilligard, or however you pronounce it, it comes in clutch. I'm just having to find a better piece. Because that's another passive talent. I need an active one. So I can put spotter on it and then get the 2 defensive, well, 1 defensive and 1 utility with the utility mod slot. And then after I switch that out and then switch out my holster down here, because this only has 2 utilities, to something on the lines of this Murakami holster that has 1 defense, a utility, and a utility mod slot, then that'll put me at that perfect number if everything stays according to plan with the 311.7. So that would be 3 Ghillie Guard, Petrov for the LMG, or you can substitute Fenris A and B, and then 2 Murakamis. But I need a pair of better gloves.
We gotta get on Crimson map.
Yeah.
Help him with the stronghold.
Yeah, he's on your friends list, right?
Yeah, I could just join in on him.
Yeah, join in on him. We join on you.
Oh, this fucking bull. Oh, shit.
Agent has left your group.
Oh.
Gamer Gary is the man. Bot XRG, bot SHD, bot SHD, bot XRG, bot splat.
See, that's another thing that I want a different emoji. Check this out. An emoji of you like popping out a book and reading it. And you're probably thinking, why would you want to do that? That sounds kind of lame. Because that's basically saying you just read them like a book and outplayed them. You get what I'm saying? Picking it up what I'm putting down?
In your group. You have been promoted to group leader.
Gamer Gary, emoji thumbs up.
Let me know when you sync into his, and then I'll join in on you, Tommy. Wait a minute. We're not in a chat party. Well, I guess I can go ahead and start one of those up. Just bear with me, chat. I'm going to go ahead and start up a chat party to get us all in.
Thank you for THR Dono Gamer Gary, bot SHD.
Yeah, apparently, I guess who he joined as his party on either Friends or Clan, or Tommy just had to reset his stuff. So I'm gonna take this time to fast travel to the White House and put some stuff in my stash and get rid of some stuff. But I guess if we're going to do PvE stuff, I can go ahead and switch to my PvE build. Make things a little easier. But while we are waiting, let's take a moment to pause for this brief commercial interruption. For just 16 cents a day, you can help sponsor a lowly content creator. You can provide him with clean water and food. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. PvE. I think I accidentally... Yeah, that's not the right back. Did I get rid of it?
And
by
swap
accident?
from special, then go back to recharge the grenade launcher.
I think I accidentally sold the backpack.
I need to introduce you to my wife's sisters, bot XRG.
Oh no. Y'all got some hot-headedness in your family. I don't know if I can take that. I'm playing. Let's see here. We need see, I can go that route. Yeah, I think that'll be quite enough. That's only 70.
You're right, bot splat.
I don't know, L. I don't know about that one either. I'm pretty sure they are wonderful ladies. But that'll be
Bro, you should try a build with rifle builds with high weapon damage, high headshots damage and little elite damage. You will see why this.
Well, that will just showcase even further my potato aim. But yeah, this has low stat rolls. Maybe I can tweak it right quick while I'm waiting. Let's see, rifle. Let's see if I got anything that can
Hey, big head.
more or less correlate with that. What's up, N-Dub? How's it going, bro? Welcome to the stream. See, I don't want to create anything necessarily with Berserk right here, and I'll tell you why. It's because with this build I currently have it on, I can make it work, right? But instead of requiring just shotguns, SMGs, and assault rifles, it's also going to require 11 offensive
Hey, buddy.
attributes. So for all those Berserk fans out there, just keep in mind that Berserk is going to have to require, if it stays according like the PTS is of right now and makes it through, then it's going to require 11 offensive. But see, instead of it has low weapon damage, and I don't necessarily want crit damage there. If you're going with more like a rifle, then you would either want most importantly headshot damage and then weapon damage. And
What
it's
is up, Barikua?
17,569 in health, which is that's a good stat. And then it has 2 defensive and an offensive. But the only thing,
Emoji raising hands with light skin tone.
low weapon damage and that low and crit damage on there is just turning me off. See now, this piece can be a little better than this one for.
Good but stomach ache.
But see, the bad thing is this has
What's
hard
that?
hitting on it instead of Berserk. And if you always can tell which perk or talent in this case can actually be interchanged with other talents. You see right below the little axes, it has that little circle, and then it has the little, I don't know, half square pyramid in the middle. It can only be switched for other talents such as that, like you see on Bug Splatter there. But on things like Restorative, Vital, Hard Hitting, you can't interchange those. And then Unstoppable is going from 7 or more to 11 or more.
Bro, me too, man. Might be that crab leg broil I ate earlier. Emoji man face palming. Restarting my crappy modem.
All right, go ahead, Tommy. I started a chat party, Tommy, so I left it, I believe, open and sent you an invite. But if you need me to refresh that, then I will send it. See, I want to go Unstoppable Force, but I don't really have a piece for that. But the Gila Guard I'm currently using has
K.
kind of the stats I'm looking for. But if I'm going that route and using Berserk, then weapon damage is good. But
Relentless is the
also,
Gilpa build.
with that, I'd like headshot damage. I mean, you can say for the most part, it kind of is. I mean, I have one that's set up purely for PvE, but apparently I sold the backpack, and so that's had a filler piece in here. But yeah, the one I did have on like things like my AR, I'm only at 42% now. I was actually at 53%, and that's with having crappy attribute rolls on gear. And plus, I mean, I don't see too many people trying to incorporate this talent on this holster right here,
today for the raids. I am
by
at
way of
105
Bloodlust,
damage to elites.
which is swapping
Crit
weapons
builds will
within
not
3
be
seconds
the
of a
fray
kill.
anymore. All these nerfed
grants
gears,
plus
especially
25%
you
weapon
can
damage
no
for 10
longer
seconds.
combine those two overpower pieces.
Well, that's where you're kind of mistaken at there, Manny. If you watch the PTS, and if you have the time to, go check out Macho. He plays the PTS on Twitch.
Approved.
And I was in there with him, and we were, putting our creative minds together and theory crafting things. And he actually made a build with ARs, 60% crit chance with the Berserk, took it into all the dark zones and even in PvE, and still splattered all the goals quickly without having any damage to elites. So that is a misconception. It just depends on how you spec it and how you actually work around and design the build. So crit chance and crit damage is not obsolete by far. It just depends on PC, console, and also it also is dependent on do you go with crit damage or headshot damage, and you just have to play around with it. If you consistently hit more body shots than headshots, especially on console, and you have potato aim like myself, then you want to spec more into crit damage. But if you're good at hitting headshots and can hit them consecutively, then spec weapon damage, headshot damage. But yeah, he was theory crafting and even did it with even the SMGs in the way they are, but just leaving out the strain part, but still use clutch and stacked more into his health pool, and was still able to basically be a human sponge and, you know,
I'm on
1v3
console
total
PS4
groups.
Pro, my aim it's alright by the way, I'm have one hand born like that, long story to tell.
Oh, I have complete potato aim. I mean, I got my moments, you know, where it's like, you know, I am godly, but then more times than not, yeah, I kind of,
My weapon
Potato.
damage on my 105 damage to elites is at 485 weapon damage.
yeah. See, I was trying to incorporate Bloodlust in that build that I posted because, I mean, I hardly ever see it used. And since I was stacking more along the lines of crit chance, it kind of fell in that part of the whole, because it's not getting touched. So, with better rolls and the way the attributes are going to be, and things such as like Bloodlust, where, you know, 4 or less defensive, and since you're having to go more in the offensive, yes, Strained is out, but that's when it comes to SMGs. Just due because there's conflicting 5 or less versus 11 or more, so that way you can't use the two together.
Dub that not bad, especially on weapons damage.
But if you kind of chain things together, such as
Not true, more times than not you're on, ... it's the moving targets where you have sexy aim.
Oh, well, thank you.
RELENTLESSxRG.
You just have to, yeah, it's going to cause you to make you think and actually put a lot more effort into creating a build. So the new changes do spark more creativity. It's going to require more thought, and even sometimes a lot more grinding for specific pieces, but they made it a little bit easier with the recalibration of the recalibration station. That was ironic and weird, but yeah, so they're making changes to the recal station along with these changes, so it's going to make it, you know, just as viable, but it's not going to make it completely OP to where you just stack nothing but, you know, mass out your health pool to like 90k stam, or health in this case, and then use Strained, Berserk, and Clutch, so that, you know, pretty much make you immortal, right? So so if you look at it from an outside looking in and looking at it as a whole, as the cup is half full and not half empty, it makes other builds just as viable. Things that, you know, should have been looked at before the game even came out, that could have been tweaked so that, you know, people didn't get used to having those combinations and it being so strong. Yeah, one would think, you know, they should have already, you know, foreseen this and tweaked it beforehand. But, you know, it is what it is. We just, you know, gotta just, you know, take it as it comes. But, you know, I'm just trying to remain optimistic until, you know, everything exactly comes out and we know for 100% that, you know, it's going to be as is, you know, what they state in the PTS. And I guess Slayer got tired of my rambling. I'm just waiting on Tommy here. Hey, he's back. I don't have the other guy that we're going to help out on my friends list. He must be having weather issues too. But yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be like a teetotal hardcore gaming nerd / fanboy of, you know, Ubisoft Massive. I'm just trying to look at things in a positive perspective and trying to remain optimistic. I mean, I lived through the roller coaster of the ups and downs from Division 1, never turned my back on it, played it all the way up until Division 2 came out, and then played both betas. So if I can make it through all that we went through with Division 1...
You forgot to hit me up, bro.
We can make it past this little... Oh, my bad. But yeah, we can make it past this little hurdle that we're going through now. Yeah, it was just so late. I had to work early this morning, do that 9 to 5 thing. It completely slipped my mind. I do apologize. But I'll probably be streaming for at least another hour or so.
It's true, can't judge without knowing what is coming out from points
but
and
afterwards,
what is not.
if you're still going to be on, then I can hit you up, or we can get in a chat party or whatever you want to do. A-Dub. Delta. All right. Tommy, you still in chat? Still won't let me join you. So I'm just like, I guess I'm gonna go do something while I'm waiting. We can go see what the current vendor has.
Send me a friend request. They are nerfing the cookie cutter build.
Well, I mean, with the way the current meta was and the way the talent stacked and worked together, yeah, I can
Doesn't
see that
hurt my
where it's
feelings, LOL.
considered a cookie cutter build, just because, I mean, but you know, it was currently, you know, the strongest build in the game at first. And then, you know, it got a little hit, you know, through safeguard and other things. So, you know, it brought it down a little more. And then it was still, you know, super strong, and everybody was still, you know, flocking to it. That's all you've seen in conflict, and, you know, in most part of, especially the occupied DZ, was the vector strain safeguard berserk. And then if they even wanted even more cheese, then they would throw in a defender drone and shield, as most of the time you see in conflict. And there's a you know, a drawback to that. I mean, there should be, you know, viability and diversity when it comes to builds. Everything should have its place, its part, and depending on a person's playstyle, can be just as effective, you know, against, you know, other builds like that. So change is good, even though a lot of people say it's bad and, you know, blame it on one thing or another. But if you look at it in a positive aspect, from the outside looking in, from both sides of the coin, it's actually a good thing. I mean, it promotes creativity and actually a thought process in order to put together a build. Hold on, I got a chat invite finally. Because if you think about it, it was so easy just to find those pieces to throw together, and bam, you're instantly practically a god. So now it's just going to be a little bit more difficult. I mean,
I'm on doing few activities for get those printers filament to upgrade my crafting bench right now, then I'll try get the exotic weapons I want.
Nice. Well, I hope the RNG gods bless you on your venture. Tommy. Yo, Tommy.
Did you get the Nemesis?
Nah, I've been preoccupied with the PTS and just grinding, you know, for my own, as far as trying to bring content and trying to put my own little spin and tweak on things. Yeah, okay. So, and I hadn't really had time to farm for it. But right now, I mean, the way it sits, as I would still have to wait 5 days in order to get into the last stronghold to get the blueprint. So, I mean, there's time. But, I mean, I haven't created any kind of marksman rifle builds anyways. So, even if I had the Nemesis, it wouldn't do me any good.
This is weird. You can't join through the chat?
It's pretty much like...
I'm good at game, it's just I don't have right gear set just yet because of new patch update. Emoji happy tears.
There you go.
I'm glad I've done my own thing on builds and none of these changes will really affect me. Can I join? You near 4-piece.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the reason why I put up that last build vid, because, yeah, the pieces I used, I go through, even with the changes that are coming, what changes that will, you know, be placed on it, and how it will still work together. And even with better attribute rolls on the pieces will make it even stronger. But that build is definitely going to be up there in the top tier of builds come next patch. When you incorporate all those talents working in synergy together.
I have a sniper build and looking for the Nemesis.
And what good thing about that build I post, you don't have to just use ARs. You can use any
It's
weapon
broken,
with
bro.
it
You
whatsoever.
don't even need a build for it. 1 million base to the head.
Yeah, it's gonna get tweaked. The only thing, but see, I've seen people use it actually in PvP, and it is super clunky in PvP. Yes, you can see them through walls, and you can mark them as your nemesis, you know, for like 15 seconds or so.
I got to World Tires 5 in less 2 days and 8 hours, and
But-
now I'm on 6 days plus in playing a lot
But the
most
thing is,
5,
it's
7
like you have
hours when
to
in can
hold
especially
the
weak.
trigger in, you know, for a certain amount of time, and the longer you hold it in, basically the more damage you get. So, I mean, it's one of those situational things in PvP. I mean, it can be good, but I mean, I don't see it, a lot of people, running it. Oh, I'm gonna die a lot.
I understand how that sniper is way much crazier than the specialist one. That exotic sniper with upgrade can get up to 4 million headshots damage. Emoji skull, emoji happy tears.
I'm in combat and can't change. Dang it.
Good shit, cause that guy I couldn't shoot him. He was annoying the fuck out of me. Careful, Slug. They're gonna bust right in.
We're still in combat. I can't even switch. Ooh, electronics. I'll take that. I probably went through over 1,000 electronics in like 2 days. Alright, I'm moving up. There's one on the... Just ate through that elite.
Do you have a AR build vid? Emoji eyes. If any of you guys are on World Tires 5, play missions on hard or even challenge mode, you eventually get more greater rewards. That what I...
But yes, I have several AR and LMG builds already up. So basically, a little something for everybody. Jeez, who did that? We need to check their drawers.
Virus he have multiple build videos.
Yeah, it's probably even some stuff in combinations that a lot of people are sleeping on, really. A lot of people are sleeping on Bloodlust too, especially with LMG where you don't have to reload. That 25% bonus damage after a kill.
Yeah, I'm using
My
bloodlust.
favorite builds are AR build and LMG build.
Oh, blood, no, blood.
Same here. Same here. I'm an LMG AR guy. If you're looking for SMG builds, I can honestly say I don't have a single one. Because I mean that song has been played out. That's I mean I was an SMG guy on Division 1. You know, different game, new game, time for a change, so I can adapt and change too.
What clan me poo in?
What clan am I in?
You in.
My own clan, RGN, or AKA Goriila Nation. We are almost at clan level 30. And
What's up with the two-piece Patriot damage to armor? I heard that it's bug. Is it true?
Not anymore. It has been fixed. It's no longer bugged, and it's actually I mean, it's decent in PvE, depending on what other talents and things you pair it with. But it is it's good in definitely PvP. I actually have a build with the two-piece on it. It's called the Chupacabra, and I haven't checked it today. The last time I checked it, I was like 400 away from hitting 100k views on it, and it utilizes the two-piece True Patriot and ARs. So if you're an AR guy, it might be something you want to check out.
Actually, this is my first the Division 2 game. I didn't play the Division 1. Unfortunately, I kinda new to this game, but I've learned a lot.
I mean, I enjoyed Division 1, even the ups and downs of it, and I'm really enjoying it. I never was really a PvE guy in Division 1, just enough to get, you know, the build that I wanted, or to make builds, and that was it. And then I was always in the dark zone. But this game, I've turned more into a PvE type player. But, you know, I still go into the dark zone and love PvP.
What shows it right here?
Also known as RGN.
Oh, Crimson, I got a
Approved,
military
buddy.
P416. A 300.
On PS4?
It was-
Barikua.
Yes, we're all on PS4.
Glad I stumbled across this live stream, and glad to hear someone appreciate diversity of builds in the game and whining over meta nerf.
I appreciate
Yes.
you. I appreciate you tuning in.
Oh. Not whining over.
Come on, dude, hop down. Yeah, I mean, there's enough negative people out there to have all the negative complaints. I'm not gonna just add to that to that number. I'd rather try to stay positive about things. The cup is a half full kind of guy. But I mean, I'll be the first to tell you that, you know, there are things I may not like, but But if I don't have any solutions for those problems, then I don't see any
I'm on PS4 Pro
any
console.
need to,
I used to
you
be on
know,
Xbox
to go
One.
on rants
Recently
or
got the
complain about
PS4
them
Pro
if
about
I
a
have no
month ago
solutions
left.
to change them, because I'm wasting all that energy on complaining about something but not offering any solutions to it. So I'm more or less just, in my opinion, I would be more compounding the situation than helping it. So I just choose not to.
LOL, that Chupacabra build sounds fun.
Yeah, it's named after actually a clan member. He actually sent me a message while I was recording it, so that's why I named it after him. Alright, I'm gonna go and be a little ballsy. Probably die quickly. Oh, that grenade missed. Ah, come on.
Big guy dropped.
Big guy went down in one
I
clip.
was about to say I needed compensated, but I just crafted some rare gloves and got them the first try. LOL.
Man, so many of them coming out.
Oh, they're going down. Believe me this. And I just set myself on fire. I'm an idiot.
They go Edwards. He's gonna start picking people up. Y'all don't just
Oh, no, he's not.
quick. Oh, he's getting hit.
Get your fat ass back here. Who shot me?
That guy right there.
What, this guy dead already? One clip?
Yeah, he's dead. Lamp on top dead.
It may be a little squishy, but it is definitely pure DPS, even though I had to throw on just some random backpack because apparently I destroyed or deconstructed my other one. Yeah, that's the way, basically with any of the builds that I do, they might not have the best attribute stats on them, but it's not a more or less a how to specifically do it guide. It's more of showing you options and according to my playstyle, what you can have, and you just have to keep in mind that with better stats, it'll make it even stronger. So you have to make a build conform to your playstyle and not conform to the actual build. That's what changes between a what we call bots and actual players, like the cut and pasties that they just cut and paste whatever they see some YouTuber do. They do it exactly to the letter and wonder why it doesn't necessarily work the same way for them. It's because who created it might have a little different of a play style, so you have to tweak
You're
it,
just
make it your own.
dropping the blueprint.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta go back on grind again. If you ever don't mind me join you on missions, here my PSN. Yo, one hand god, I'm on World Tires 5. Just getting to GS 500. Any god gear I should be on the hunt for?
Oh, no doubt. And if you're if anybody's actually looking for a home on PS4 and in need of a clan, then by all means look up Goriila Nation. The clan tag is, as you see on the screen, RGN. And then just submit, and then we will be happy to accept all. Just try to be, we don't tend to care for like a lot of toxic negativity, because we were there to help one another in whether it be builds and raids and strongholds or just generally
Oh, I
hop
got
on
DNA.
and pardon my language, but shoot the shit and just have fun and chill, then yeah, by all means, if you fit that in that category, then come on, you're more than welcome to join.
Funniest part of it is I warned some buddies I play with about spending all their time on copying the build.
Drop it by the
Now they are hit because they
How am I still in combat?
What happened with B? No space for him.
I didn't know that you never mentioned as far as wanting to come back. I just assumed after making your own clan that that was what you wanted to venture on. So I was willing to support whatever decision you made. But there'll always be a spot. If that wasn't a 303, that wouldn't be a half bad piece.
No B.
Yeah, that famous is good.
Ooh, somebody just threw away a good mod though. I
Lol, just kidding.
snatched that up. Whoever
Odd Stealer. That was me.
2 weapon damage. No, that was my own. Where's that one at? 1.5% weapon damage, 3% weapon handling, and
I'm
4%
very active
optimal
player
range.
most daily, especially right now. I'ma play 6 or 7
No.
hours so well I'm on West Coast time zone, so yeah, these next few days.
No, the one that you dropped, Tommy, was 1% weapon damage, 2% LMG damage, and 4% assault rifle damage.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
that was the one I dropped.
Why?
Oh, I don't need it. I got
mean-
all of those already.
Is my wife.
The more the merrier.
Should've gave it to me.
Oh, well, I dropped it. I dropped it for the
Yeah,
table.
usually I'm on sometimes mid-afternoon, lots of times late at night. I do have a 9 to 5 currently that I'm trying to get out of because it's just a family business and my brother can't find any help, so I can't leave family hanging. But when I do, hopefully, I mean, I'd rather do this more like on a full-time basis to where, I can post like a build or gameplay like every other day, and then in between those, actually, do what I'm doing now, live stream, connect with the viewage out there, interact. I mean, that's my plans and goals. I mean, that's why. I mean, I'm grateful and thankful for all the love and support that's, going right back into the channel. So that way, can get that gaming streaming PC so I can venture out on even PC for things such as like this PTS. So that way I can play in it and bring y'all information and content on it as well. And not just, take it from what somebody else is playing it and what somebody else has said, but I can actually experience it and bring the info to my viewage live. That's my goal.
It looks so much better on PC, though.
Oh yeah, I got some fat fingers, so I mean, my coordination is already, messed up
Goriila
as it is with
Nation,
controller.
emoji raising
But-
hands with light skin tone.
Oh, see, that's what I was getting into. I got a scuff, so it conforms well just to plug and play into a PC. So that's, I mean, I might be at a disadvantage in a way to other PC players, with their mouse and keyboard, but I'm at a disadvantage on PS4 with a controller already. So I mean, it's no biggie to me, right?
Is there an NPC?
Yes, Goriila Nation.
There's one back somewhere, too. It's a
And also, maybe taking the weekends to explore other games that people want to see, like World War Z that's coming out,
This is weird.
Borderlands 3, Days Gone.
Oh, look, on the top. The sniper on the top.
domed him. But there's this
I
says
got
there's
the
one behind
sniper.
us.
There was the sniper that was ahead of us. I got it. He's stuck somewhere. It's so stupid. I hate that. There you go. Oh, somebody nade the hell out of him.
So you going to be streaming Days Gone?
I'm planning on it and hoping to be. I mean, I know my main viewage is Division 2 related. But if I can, get it, bring some gameplay videos or just, stream it for consecutive, like on weekends, like take Saturdays and Sundays, for instance, and just stream the game, nothing but that game, 8 to 10 hours both days.
Then I realized I'm not for this. Emoji happy tears.
Not for what? I must missed the beginning of that. You're not for what? Meaning this.
I don't see the NPC on the right. Somebody shoot him. Ah, yeah, nice. I knew he was there. I just don't fucking see these guys.
Alright, are we out of combat now?
Yeah, should be, yeah. Somebody runs.
Did I not save it? I didn't save it. I'm a retarded person. Oh, I didn't mean that way. You know what I mean.
He died.
I guess for the rest of the game,
Son of
I'm
a fuck.
gonna try to do nothing but hit fire. Hit fire challenge.
Oh yeah. Oh goody.
Got killed, bad experience for me for first time in Dark Zone PvP.
It happens. I mean, it happens pretty much to everybody. I mean, the best way is to either go on with at least one other person. So that way the people out there that are in like 2 or 3 man groups don't, just gank every solo they see. And I can't really say that anything bad about them because I've actually done that quite a few times. But yeah, playing with multiple people does make it a lot different. Even sometimes I'll go into the occupied and all I'll do is go where the supply drops, rush in, get them, and I've been in there, especially, right now when it's kind of like a ghost town.
And
Run
just
in.
go in and stay engaging, grab it real quick and leave.
Yep. Snatch and grab. Run in, snatch it from them, grab it, move on to the next one. One day I spent like an hour and a half doing nothing but that.
I got this one.
I got this one over here.
You died, I lived, though, bitch. Oh, I got 84 rounds to the chatterbox.
My opinions is if get killed and easy you should improve the build and go back again and keep trying until you get someone, or if is a group key.
I mean, well, you could even have a good build and, still get outplayed, or someone that's not used to PvPing versus someone, that is. But you can't never expect to get any better at going into the dark zone and PvPing, or even if you choose not to PvP, but you have to be prepared for those that are going to try to PvP with you. So the only way to get, any better and survive longer is to actually get better at PvP and actually go in there. I've died, quite a bit going into the dark zone, especially way back in Division 1. But that's just, growing pains and learning curves. Now I can pretty much give just as good as I get. It's like you can't expect to go pro in the NFL if, you never play football, right?
Yup.
Oh, doing a burn. That's funny. There should be a box in here.
Is this on story or normal?
No, there's the tier, it's the world tier.
Ah.
There should be a box here somewhere. Blacktop box. Here we go.
I was looking to see if there was an owl back here. That's not the greatest. Sometimes you can come across those 300 mods that have like a lot larger stats than some 450s, and some even 500s.
over there. I'll drop it over there.
I know there's one in
True
here.
that, but when come to competitive PvP you want the best players, otherwise you're wasted the times of it. I mean, I don't really care, Zab.
I mean, I guess PvP is competitive in a way, but I mean, that's people just like to go in there and fight other people. I mean, some people that really suck at it, I mean, go in and do it just because they enjoy it, and then vice versa makes them better at it. But if you see these statues, there's an order, which two of them, they're owl statues. If you get the order right, you can walk up to it and interact, and it'll light the candle and turn green, and there's 7 of them. And you have to do the mission basically 7 times, and they're all in different orders. Some are in the middle of the mission that you have to light first. Some are in the beginning of the mission you have to light in the middle. But then basically it opens up a room where there's a big owl statue, and it's like some altars, I guess for like a, I don't know, some occult or whatever, and then it gives you a recording, and that's it. No loot, nothing else, just, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going through that many times for a recording.
The hell he jumped in. He's right there. I hate it because then you get all the way over there, you forget that one guy behind. Look at this guy hiding all over here. One sniper was hiding all the way over there.
How do you feel about the changes live on points?
I mean, I'm kind of neutral, but yet optimistic. Yeah, there's some that I think's going to really improve the game. Like I said before, both in diversity of builds, but also sparking creativity in creating those builds. Some I may not, per se like too much, but right now it's just all speculation because it's 2 days of the PTS. So I mean, it's hard for me to pass judgment, or anybody really to pass judgment on anything, because everything's subject to change. And like I said before, why complain about something if you have no solutions to offer to fix it? You're just wasting your time and your energy complaining about something you're doing absolutely nothing to fix. So I'll just wait, bide my time, and then, experience it when it actually, and if it makes it into the game, and then, go from there. But yeah, there's some things, definitely some ups, some positives, some good positives, and some things, not so much. But I can't say they're really negative, just because I don't really know. I don't know how really they will affect. I mean, I can know what the people playing the game and what they're experiencing say, but that's their opinion, Do I want to base it off my judgment off somebody else's opinion, or do I want to form my own? And I'd rather form my own.
Well, I gotta go now. I'ma be on next 5+ hours, so if you wanted to see what I can do even with one hand I have, you will see my skill on this KD ratio.
Alrighty. Black Ops 3. I mean, not to toot my own horn or anything, but after about, I think, 1,600 maps played, I got like a 5.7, especially in Search and Destroy. But now I probably go like over. I haven't played COD in so long. This thing is so clunky. Boom.
Oh, shit.
Got a little too cocky?
Yep. And this guy messed me up.
Where are you at? Yay, we won! We beat the game! Stop hands! Stop hands!
Yeah. Now we do it all over again.
Yay! Alright, you gonna leave me hanging?
Oh, let me grab this piece over here.
You gonna leave me hanging? I see how it is. Oh, so it's a high five from afar, right? I see how it is.
Look, I gotta go get this boss drop before it switches my tier. Yeah. Yeah. Don't drop nothing until we transfer tiers, cause then he'll get lost.
Here's a military M60E4 with Optimist on it. It's a very great level 300.
Yeah, real soon he's gonna get to the 400 though.
Yeah, and then we can drop him tons of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, while we're doing this, I'm going to take this brief intermission and going to use the restroom, so be right back. Y'all behave yourselves.
See if I could try. I'm trying to find the title bassin.
I agree, Berserk strained clutch combo was completely broken. 100 weapon damage, 200 critical hit damage while having crits heal
Yeah, you
you.
gotta do all the other ones, the invaded ones, yeah.
L is a bot splat.
Yep.
I'm back. Another quick update. We just crossed over. Well, actually, we're a little ways over now. 5,200 subs. So appreciate everybody. Let's keep that sub train going. I mean, over 2K subs just in the last couple of weeks. On our way to 10K before you know it. At this rate, be there in the next month and a half. So I appreciate all the love and support, and for each and every one of you guys tuning into the stream. For all the comments, the likes, the constructive criticism on every build video or every video that's put out. I enjoy it all. Notice I said constructive criticism. There's a difference between, constructive and then just plain being outright toxic. I mean, some even have it confused, and they'll say, well, too bad this is getting changed or this is getting changed, and they'll have it completely backwards, and that's not even going to get changed, or they just want to act cute or smart, and you try to open a dialogue with them and try to help them understand your point of view, and they just don't want to respond. They just want to leave a negative comment, and that's it. Well, they should know by now on anybody's videos or those kind of things go for review, and usually the general public never get to see them, and they get deleted automatically. Hello. But I encourage constructive criticism always, because without dialogue, then we can never grow and metamorph into something better than what we currently are, because that should be our main goal for everybody, is to always improve and better oneself. And plus, other people's line of thinking, they might be thinking on one line that you didn't perceive or think about, and, spark an idea. Hey, well, I didn't think of that. I'm glad that, you were actually in there. But while everybody is here, while we are about to do the next, quick shout out to the current channel memberships. We have AW, Division Addiction, Gamer Gary, and Rodney Armweg. I hope I'm not butchering your last name too bad. Those are the newest and long-term members of the Goriila Nation. Thank you so much for your membership. And if y'all would also like to become a VIP exclusive member of the Goriila Nation, be sure to check out the Join Membership button. You'll get tons of community perks, benefits, along with custom emojis. So tons and tons of stuff there. So be sure to also check that out if you want to further help support your content creators out there, because just for 16 cents a day you can help a local content creator, give him clean food and water to drink, medicine. I swear I'm gonna have to start playing In the Arms of an Angel behind that. Go to like one of those hazard zones that's infected, standing behind a fence, put on some rag clothes, play that song. Be like my own little infomercial. Is Slayer even talking? Because I was about to say, it was really peaceful there for a moment. Then he spoke, and I'm just kidding. I'm just giving you a hard time, Slayer. Slayer is also a content creator.
On a nice side today.
And you can also check out his channel as well.
I fast travel there. Slay not grumpy today.
Doing big things.
Nah, I'm just chilling today.
I'm trying, but I can't do nothing without you all's love and support. And Slayer is on the move himself. He's
He normally kill the Vector kids. He'll kill the Vector kids. The first thing he say is "fuck you, Vectors."
So
I was gonna be on D1, but I didn't have no team. So
you just gotta constantly remind him to stay positive.
I don't want to.
I don't wanna.
Slay's grouch. I don't want to be nice.
Nope.
Nope, not today.
One thing I could never get is that you gotta donate. What is it again? Oh, my tank.
Some of the requirements on points are a little out of whack, but the changes overall are good. It'll be nice to see players come up with other B.
Yeah, I second that. But like I stated earlier in the stream, that if you do have a Twitter account, go check out Frederick Thylander and Terry Spire. Terry Spire's over, if you care anything about, the Dark Zone and, such things as along the PvP lines. He's been leaking some little tidbits on the up-and-coming changes that's yet to be announced. Thylander is over the talents and weaponry.
Before I go, I'll let you know I'll sponsor to you soon. No worries, I'll try stay supported as I'm try come through with your live stream not.
Oh, I appreciate that, Manny. But yeah, if you check out Thylander on Twitter, just like today, he it wasn't stated on State of the Game, but the chem launcher is no longer able to pretty much get that burst healing. You can't double drop the chem launcher at your feet and get that burst, so it's no longer stackable. That's what they're trying on the PTS. He's handed to new gear sets that's going to be announced next week, along with other talents, because let's face it, as of right now, they're trying to make defensive attributes more viable. So if you stack and go all into armor and health, that is actually going to be more meaningful now. And there's actually going to be other talents that's going to help support that. And he's been leaking this stuff all on Twitter. So if you want to go follow him, if you want to stay up to date, that's how I get up to date news. I follow all of them on Twitter. So everything that they drop, they say. I mean, they give little hints. And if y'all want me to do, which is, I mean, it's not really as like it is in Division 1, but if y'all want me to do some vendor reset vids and to go around to all the vendors, like, the black market vendor, the vendors at the dark zones, the clans vendor, the vendors at the base of operations, and all the settlements, if you want me to do some kind of vendor reset vids when they come up, let me know. And if there's a lot of people that wanting that, then by all means, I'll start uploading and doing those as well. So that's what I'm hoping to get a PC, so that way, for when State of the Game does come on, I can actually in turn stream that live through my channel on YouTube when they are streaming it live on Twitch. I mean, I don't get anything from it, but some people just prefer watching it through YouTube versus Twitch. And that's also something
Bro,
that...
will you sleep on a G36?
Sleep on a G36. I mean, I think every AR has its use and every AR is viable. It just all comes down to personal preference. I've been speaking the P416 and was called a clown and a charlatan from
the build I just did
way back in beta,
on
saying that
the
the P416 was going to be the best AR as far as when it comes to burst and sustain damage overall.
PSN is one hand god. Whenever you need a spot for doing some missions, I'm down, but only
and I got made fun of it for that.
I don't do my con.
And now it's like, okay, everybody's switching to P416s, but yet they were saying all the CTAR is the best and M4.
As I said before, with I born with one hand mess up.
Hey, that's tough, and
What's the MPC?
you actually have some skills. And I mean, I don't want to, get into any kind of, religion kind of talk or whatever, but based on my own, I will definitely keep you send out some positive vibes and some prayers for you, because I know I also have, a lot of people don't know this, but I also have a disability. And no, it's
Oh,
not
what
my
happened to the box again?
tongue-tied lisp and my improper grammar and me stumbling over my words. That just comes all
This is
natural.
penis. This is penis. This is penis.
No, I'm hung like a hamster. Let's get that clear and straight. But I have actually Crohn's, so I mean, I know how it is living with that. And the thing is, and I'm taking it just like most people, you don't let it define who you are, and you never should. That is just awesome that you're able to achieve that and having to deal with that. That's great, bro.
That's awesome. I wonder what changes they going to make to gear sets, because as is they a little underwhelming.
Yeah.
Other than maybe the...
I think that's why they're going that route, because it was a little underwhelming. That's why I call it True Patriot. Really,
My boy has
true
one
trash.
hand too and he makes it look easy. Emoji raising hands with light skin tone.
Shoot, some people got 3 and they're just horrible. So props to you, bro. With my aim, sometimes you would think I'm playing with my feet.
What's up, Ariel? I know you eating some pizza tonight.
Actually, I'm not. I had burgers. Well, actually, that was at like 2 o'clock today. I hadn't had anything as of late. Just like 4 monsters. That's about it. I drink way too many energy drinks. But with the storm, you know, the weather outside and the power going off and on, not knowing if I was going to be able to put up the stream, rain makes me sleepy. Thunder makes it worse. So I ain't gonna lie, I actually took a nap while I was waiting.
You missing the pizza, brah?
Not really today. I'm trying to lay off a lot of pizza because I'm gonna turn into a pizza if I don't. See, I had to double tap the chem launcher twice, so 4 taps just to...
Love the build videos. It makes people think outside the box and look at other talents that aren't considered meta.
Yeah, I mean, I get, you know, some heat and hate for it, but I like trying to forge my own path instead of following the path that somebody else has already set out, you know? Because some people sleep on certain talents and would never know that they even exist.
I want to get
Even
that
if, you know,
dancing one.
people like me and other content creators actually, you know, put together their creative minds and actually come out with something that's, you know, different from what everybody else is using, but yet still make it viable. And I mean, that's the whole point.
Yeah, man. You man know him in North Carolina, so we had something touched down close by here too. Hey, Relentless.
Hey, native girl, how's it going? Yeah, OP, here in South Carolina, like right above Clemson University. Whew, the winds, I think we had gusts up to like 80 miles an hour. It was crazy. I mean, it looked like it was midnight. It was so dark outside, and it was only like lunchtime.
Great, thanks. How are y'all?
Oh, doing good. Just helping him advance in the world tiers, you know. Just chilling, having fun, grinding, looking for those Easter egg mods and certain gear pieces and working on Hipfire. I mean, if you ever want to get better at hit firing, just run normal missions and do nothing but hit fire through everything. You'll get pretty good at hit firing. Ah! That's my favorite thing to do against
I've made a very
vector builds.
efficient LMG build, combining your build with a little of my own customization.
Nice.
Love killin' Vector Bros LOL.
And see, I mean, that's what I try to, explain and convey in them. That, tweak it to your own personal play style and preference, and just take it as, possibility, not as a downright set fact that this is the way you have to have a certain build. And then I get people comment, well, this way is better. Well, I know that way may be better with, stat-wise and
heroin.
by pure sheet data, but that doesn't necessarily make it best for, a particular player's preference in their play style. Some builds just conform better. But yet, all these cookie cutter, cut and paste of what everybody else is doing, I'm glad for the diversity that they're trying to bring to the game. Nothing against people that, run it, but I am tired of seeing Vector, Shield, Defender drone constantly. Yeah, I may get splattered quite a few times by it, but I ain't like most people. I don't care about ranking the dark zone. I will keep coming out, and eventually, you all gonna die. Pew, pew. And see, I gotta get better with
Native girl, what up?
Utilizing
Me too.
The high booster. The high booster is actually dope, especially if you like hip firing with the LMG.
I'm not loading.
I don't know. I am too.
Only because we gotta go in zone. Then.
Oh, really? You that scared of me?
Everybody using the famous Pappy Wits build, emoji man face palming. What's crazy is that a lot of people are crying on the forums about killing build diversity when there's literally like 3 builds in use.
I know, right? And my thing is, I don't see why can't we all
emoji blowing kiss.
All coexist. I mean, and just come together as a community, both PvEers and PvPers. I mean, you got to look at both sides of the coin. We'll say it and say it repeatedly.
Earlier I got played with other 3 random players above 500 gears score and they died before me. I was like, but how? I have one hand laughing Sari.
But I mean, if PvEers and PvPers can
how
come
you been
together,
native, how you liking Div 2?
Then, putting both creative minds together instead of taking, ideas from PvEers that never play PvP, taking their thoughts and ideas on PvP, that's not necessarily the way to go. But we should work together for the betterment and the love of the game, pure and simple. Not divide it and fight and fuss over who's doing what and what's making the game worse and this and that. That's not helping the game out. That's just, compounding the issues. Oh, another one? Yeah, complete potato with a pistol. But can't get better unless you use one, right?
Exactly man, true that, but most people are like being disrespect with others just because some people aren't good at game yet. Knowledge is tea.
Yep, knowledge is power. I don't know, I just think there are better ways
that is excellent. I've been good. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, in Division One, I wasn't too much of a PvEer just for getting gear just to PvP with, and then playing Division Two, I've become a combination of both. Yes, I love the PvP, but I love the PvE as well in this game. So I mean, it just baffles me why there's so much division between the two. One blaming the other for
I like
things.
heroic.
I think next I'm gonna do
Hey buddy, I'm
another
back.
pistol build.
Native girl gamer, you that super girl good emoji happy tears. I go back to D1 to PvP. I'm getting better at D2 PvP.
I mean, if y'all want to see another person that is currently playing on PTS that loves doing theory crafting and testing out every single thing and the new changes on the PTS, and have the time during the day, check out Macho on Twitch. His YouTube is King Macho. He's got several dope builds as well.
Hey Barikua.
Awesome guy when it comes to Twitch streaming. Just go in there and tell him to do
Native, same here.
Tell him to do the Jamaican. He'll actually dig down, and I mean, like today, he threw on a panda mask and started dabbing. I was like, oh my god. But it was lit though. It was fun. And that's about what gaming is. It's about having fun. A lot of people miss that concept. You can be competitive, but yet not take it to the extent where it doesn't make it fun for anybody anymore. And know the difference and respecting other people's opinion and not just dismissing them and throwing hate their way and shade their way because you have a difference of opinion.
Yo, Relentless.
What's up, John? How's it going? Welcome to the stream.
Really no fun without a challenge.
Right. Yeah, some of the ones that were saying the changes they made to the NPCs, they were like doing certain missions solo on challenging with nothing but a pistol.
Hey,
and
Slayer.
Never going down whatsoever. So I think they might have made things a little too easy on PvE, but
Bro, I'm sure you've talked about it, but WTF is up with this PvP glitch? DZ.
Okay, I'll join you on a bit.
What glitch would that be?
GG, bro.
Jesmine also makes some pretty cool builds, including a powerful pistol build, support, and heals.
Yeah, I made one a while back utilizing Reassign. By getting special ammo and using it to my advantage against other players in the occupied dark zone. It was funny.
That's smart.
Hey, Slave Relentless, I'm gonna go help my little cousin real quick and her husband.
Alright, man.
Yeah,
Alright, that's cool. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna clear my stash and whatnot, and it's a quarter till midnight my time. I think I've been going for almost 4 hours.
People are hitting at almost 2.5, 4.5 harder. Melting everyone. Was just in there and no fun. Never saw anyone make a pistol build using blacksmith, which I find curious. Bring that it heals you on pistol kill and gets buffed by Safigwa.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it's definitely, strong. But I mean, there's ways to beat it because right now Safeguard only is proccing and has that internal cooldown, right? So, and then it's about to get another change to where it's 50% every, I believe, 5 seconds. So, I mean, there's ways around it. And then, they will pull out a shield too, which is, smart on their way. But if you become a moving target, they can't hit you if, you're constantly moving. They have to be good on aim. So do what I do. Just break out the old hipfire LMG. Basically the same way you deal with, vectors. And if you're able to, drop that booster hive.
Yeah, I was talking pre-nerf. I think they need to remove the internal CD now that they bringing it back into line with other talents.
Well, so that's another thing. He hinted on that they're looking into leaving Safeguard the way it is as far as, the 50% 5 seconds. But adding another contention to it in order to unlock and still get it at 150% the way it is. It's just going to probably have something on the lines, and this is one of my suggestions, was adding, you could get the 150% of Safeguard for, let's say, a price of having at least 2.7k skill power, just for an example. Because a lot of high power skill mods, such as 50, 60% turret damage and things of this nature, usually along the lines of 2.7k skill power. So if you're trying to make an absolute healer build, then it seems, along the lines that you should be having to spec more into skill power in order to utilize something as strong as that at 150%. They're trying to get away from people actually using that and combining it with, DPS builds and other talents. And that's what we got now, basically with the whole vector string clutch deal and Safeguard. But I'm pretty sure people will find a way around it. And if they're able to, then by all means, more power to them. But it still requires them to actually put a lot of thought and effort into utilizing certain talents and combining them, having the right synergy. So in a way, it's still promoting build creativity. And I think that's one of the main things of, RNG looter shooters like Division is they trying to get back to having that creativity in builds, to have the viability
My
in
healer got
multiple
improved at
different
3k
builds.
for now. Will be making an updated vid.
So, I mean, I like the diversity that's coming. Yeah, certain things, it doesn't appear to be as good as I'd like them to be, but for the overall aspect and goal as of right now, I'm optimistic. I'm looking at it as a good thing. And then, once everything does come out and it's official, certain things make it through PTS, and then I actually experience it for myself.
Not going to lie, I am going to
Then I
kiss
can-
Bloodsucker 1-1 armor is a ton, and honestly Unbreakable looks better. They should make it 9 and leave it A.
Well, Unbreakable is going to be 11-2. Unbreakable, Unstoppable Force, Bloodsucker, all requiring 11. There's a difference between Dark Zone and PvE when it comes to Unbreakable. The values of how much armor you get back when it's depleted. It's still both viable, but just keep in mind, you get one proc every 60 seconds of Unbreakable. It might help you win that first initial 1v1, but then for a whole minute, you're not going to have it and not be able to rely on it. Versus Bloodsucker, the changes that's coming to it is 25% and can stack up to 6 every 10 seconds. So you can get 125% of, actually 150% of your base armor. So if you're at 250k, you can basically have 500k armor. Because if that person heals, let's say if a Bloodsucker goes up against a Unbreakable, right? Just for hypothetical theory here. He breaks all his armor on Unbreakable, and unbreakable procs, but also in turn, Bloodsucker gets that 25% boost in armor as well. And let's say the Bloodsucker takes off that proc again, then he just, you know, procced Bloodsucker again for another 25%. And if the dude goes back into cover, and, you know, if he just nails him in his foot and takes off, you know, that 1 bar of armor that he's healed from, then Bloodsucker is going to be multiple procs and really have no cooldown. So it's just going to depend upon playstyle. If you're wanting to face tank everything, then Unbreakable would be the way to go. It's kind of like the mini Nomad. But for long-term survivability, long gunfights, and which is the gunfights are going to become longer because the time to kill, I think the multiplier is going from 70% to 40%.
Face tank.
Yeah. And this is not really a game to face tank. That's basically why they was, you know, having the issue with strained clutch, safeguard, and, you know, the whole vector issue with Berserk. Because even people were utilizing...
That's what I am saying. They should let some be available at lower armor requirements to leave some room for hybrids. It has 2-0 in PvP, I believe.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just what they're going with right now.
That's why I'm struggling in PvP.
They might lower it from 11 to 9. It would make it a lot easier. But like the combination I'm using, utilizing Spotter, that's getting a buff from 10% to 20%. And then on top of that, the Unhinged, even though it's, you know, getting tweaked as well, but it's still going to be really, really good. And then you have compensated on top of that. And then you can, you know, have either Unstoppable Force, Bloodsucker, or Unbreakable on top of that. You can see where if the requirements are lowered or left as is, then that build would be the next problem. Because with utilizing those talents, you can use those with any archetype weapon, whether it's ARs, SMGs, LMGs. You know, the sky's the limit. So that would be the next thing that would be taking a hit if they didn't address it first and foremost. So they're trying to hit it head on and get to a point where they don't have to, well, let's see what happens and maybe we'll have to do it this to this, you know, on down the line. You know, they're trying to get it up front before they have to go to that. So if they fix it now, then they won't have to fix it later. You see what I'm getting at? But I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure tweaks will still come. But that's where having to really farm for the right pieces, the right roles on pieces, as far as when it comes to the number of offensive, defensive, and utilities, is still viable, and you still are able to.
Build her is very concentrating.
But you're going to have to, you know, work at it. It's not going to be so easy to where, you know, it was easy to go out here and find a piece with Berserk, get an SMG with Strained, find some gloves with Clutch on it, and then, you know, activate Safeguard. That was easy to find those pieces and throw them together. It didn't take no time at all. It required absolutely no thought. So with these changes, you're going to have to actually think about it, intertwine, take out these pieces, try to find the right combination, thus the 3-11-7, and actually, you know, work at actually perfecting and min-maxing that build. And the payoff is having all those talents you want active at the same time with good attribute rolls. So, I mean, it's going to take you a while to achieve all that. Macho today probably went through, I'd say, 60 caches of opening them up on the PTS to get the right pieces to get that magic number of 3, 11, and 7. So, yeah, it's not going to be easy. That's why I'm preparing for it now. I already have the pieces to get the combination of 3, 11, and 7 and have everything unlocked, as you see, whether I want to use Unstoppable, Force, Unbreakable, or Bloodsucker. So, I mean, that's mainly why I put out that build video. It's more or less, if everything goes accordingly and passes through PTS, then that build will be viable. And I go through every single change as of right now that they're talking about, if it makes it through PTS, that build will be definitely one of the top tier builds. And I got low attribute rolls on it. So if I had high attribute rolls on it, yeah, it's definitely going to be.
You'll have to watch it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I am using Bloodsucker now with an unhinged LMG, compensated, patiences, double hardened rolls, and 2-piece ongoing. That's why I'm doing healer and sniper.
See, this is the half version of it. This is a little different than what I have on the video, but it's 397. And I actually, I didn't save it while ago, but I actually got the right pieces. Actually, have filler up here and still have the number and still run double LMGs. I mean, that's before spotter and on the ropes, and I have no LMG damage on my gloves at all. It's at AR damage, so I'm missing out on at least 10% weapon damage right there alone, and I'm already at 28.9k. And I have spotter on the ropes, compensated, even patience, along with bloodsucker. And so if I had better attribute rolls, like on this, it's only 3.5% weapon damage. These have low bonus armor and health values, but have...
3117 might be the way to go with the changes to spotter and throw in on the ropes. I really like the exotic LMG for 2.5 rounds on dodge.
Well, I mean, you see the concept, right? When you have an enemy pulsed, you're going to get 20% weapon damage. Okay, as soon as that pulse goes on cooldown, then that's going to proc on the ropes. So it works in tandem. So you're constantly going to have either 20 to 25% just between them two constantly. And then you throw in the compensated of that 15%. So that's going to be, you're going to have a constant 40 to 45% damage buff all time.
100.
And then for survivability, if you're going to be shooting from cover, you don't have to play with patience. But even with the change to patience, it's going to be in cover for 5 seconds, the armor repairs for 5%. Well, that's just 2 extra seconds. I mean, if the battles are going to be extended, they're going to be longer, and you're going to be shooting from cover, then that's just going to fortify everything else. And then on the actual build that I have it on, I run it with actually ARs. And I use preservation on my P416, and there's plenty of NPCs around, so I can easily kill an NPC, proc and get that 5% armor, and if I kill with a headshot, that's going to improve that armor that I get, along with patience, and I have all these things working together. So I'm fortifying my armor, my health, my survivability, but also dishing out tons of damage. I mean, you just gotta think outside the the box, and it takes some absolute tweaking here and there. I'm currently looking for a better mask.
And the exotic that is getting buff, is there anyone in specific?
The exotic that's getting buffed? The only exotic I've even heard of as far as being mentioned getting buffed is the pestilence. But that wasn't like a confirmed
the LMG
thing.
And I think all others. Very complex.
Well, the Nemesis don't need a buff. They've actually already stated that. And as far as like the only exotics that's ever mentioned as far as getting tweaked would be the pestilence, as far as it being a little underwhelming.
No.
But as far as like the lullaby, the sweet dreams, yeah, I mean, if you get one, level 500 with the right RNG, with the right rolls, paired with the right gear, yeah, I mean, you can definitely, one-tap someone. And I don't mind, having builds out there that can one-tap you. But it shouldn't be easy to come by. You should actually have to min-max and spend hard time finding the right pieces in order to do that. That's the payoff for min-maxing a build, is in order to get that. But if you can just go out here and spend 30 minutes to an hour, throw pieces together, and instantly have a build.
They buff in exotic because the LMG exotic is not good.
Yeah, that's why I said the pestilence. It's called the pestilence. That's the only exotic that's complete trash. So I mean, if the payoff for min-maxing a build and taking the time to do it to one-shot somebody, I can accept that. I'm good with that. That's the way it's supposed to be. But just in order to throw random pieces together that you can find within a half hour in the game and be an instant god, I don't think that's the way it should be. But yet it still should be. That's what normalization is for. That you can put decent pieces together, go into the normalized conflict or the DZs, and still perform with other builds that are min-maxed, because I mean that's what normalization is for. But for those that take the time to min-max builds, the payoff is to be able to one-tap, and that's what, the occupied Dark Zone is for. So that way everybody is happy. Everybody gets, a little bit of something of what they wanted. I'm just glad that, that we're actually going to have a rogue system in the occupied. Because right now it's just a crapshoot, and there's really no purpose. But I mean, at least, with the whole rogue system, Red Rogue and Manhunt, there is, a little incentive, for the PvP and that, just like in Division 1.
Yup. Dude in the DZ ripped me yesterday with a one-shot sniper and 1-7 offensive rolls LOL even with 283k armor and 46k health.
Oh, that's nasty.
Wow, 283.
See, I accidentally sold the backpack that I was using on this. Lol. Kind of more like kick my own self in the butt for that one. I'm gonna have to go back and... Oh, and in case you didn't know, and this is subject to change too, the recalibration is changing, and currently it's changed on PTS. So you want to find pieces with the right talents that you want on them, no matter if the stats on them are garbage. You actually prefer low rolls on your attributes on certain pieces. So that way you can get the, the 100% value
thanks to
of that on there.
Total Armor mods and One Piece Gila.
So if you got a piece that has, say, that 10.5 was like 3.5% or only like 2% weapon damage, but you got the talents you want to keep that piece and then find a piece that has high attribute stats and then take those attribute stats and put them on this piece. Such as, if you wanted 15% crit damage or 10% weapon damage or, whatever it is. Because they're basically removing the caps. So that way you can get up to 100% value of the max stat on a particular piece. But if you change the talents on a piece, then you're unable to get that, right min-max value. So you always want to save the pieces that the talents you want to use, and then find pieces that actually have the high attribute values that you want, and then more or less combine the two. It's just, right now, it's hard trying to find stuff with actually good rolls on them. It's been stingy for me. And I'm missing something.
The 2-0 round mag for the AR is pretty cool.
Yeah, I wish I hadn't destroyed that backpack.
Native best way is going in challenging missions and bounty.
See, I need to mask something on the lines of that one right there, but I can't change and put spotter on where this talent is because one is an active, one's a passive. And if you ever want to know what talents will fit where, it's like, for instance, this mask. The talent has that little circle with the little pyramid in the middle of it. You can change out talents that have that symbol, but if they have just a regular round symbol, then you can't replace one with the other. They have to be of the same type.
Yeah, lots of gear in challenging.
I got tons and tons of stuff just going in the dark zone, just usually like in a duo or even by myself.
A way they can make it easier is to allow players to re-roll one talent and one attribute regardless of the attribute type. Allow players to
Well, see, if they did that, then that would make it back to kind of like a square one in a way of it'd make it even easier to find certain pieces and to put together God roll builds. But that kind of defeats the purpose of a RNG looter shooter, right? Things are not supposed to be too easy. It's supposed to come at a price. That price is grinding, finding. So I think the system they got is it's not bad, but I mean it could be better.
Yup. Everybody wants to pick the man's brain, but SHD.
But I mean, I'm sure the overall product of what they ultimately
I got
decide.
a 377 build also. Should I put Unstoppable Force on or wait till the update?
Well, if you put Unstoppable Force on it, then you want to change that number to 311.7.
Goriila. What up?
Yeah, because as of right now, if it stays the same and makes it a PTS, then Unstoppable Force is going to change. It's no longer going to be...
Yes, that's correct, because it will be worse than Div 1.
It's going to be 11 to unlock Unstoppable Force. So you'll have to figure out the right numbers to get that 311.7.
Hey, got a smart division brain though. So when is the updating dropping for 515 gear? What up, little John L? John.
Next month, the 515 gear and everything else that's their plan. I guess it all just ultimately depends on how well the PTS goes. Will determine the exact date in which the 515 and the actual update, drops. But I mean, I am glad they're doing it now and holding off the raid. I mean, I know it's a bummer everybody wanted the raid, but I'd rather have fixes and have adequate time to tweak the build that they're making the changes on in order to be prepared going into that raid.
Did they say why they delayed the raid?
Yeah, because of the changes they're making. I mean, it definitely wouldn't be fair if they went ahead and threw out the raid the same time that they put these changes in with all the gear, and then that more or less either forces you to hold off on playing the raid because it's either going to affect your build to where you can't utilize it in the raid, and so you're going to have to go out and find better gear, or go in, half-cocked and just to experience the raid and may not complete it. So, I mean, at least this way they're giving players the adequate enough time to, tweak their builds according to the changes before they actually drop the raid. And plus, there's other little tweaks and, fixes when it comes to PvE and PvP that they're, implementing as well.
Are you trying to hit the dark zone?
I'm actually about to get off, buddy.
Are you getting off?
Don't necessarily want to, but...
Guess I hit the dark zone for a little bit then.
Next month is ways from here.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that was the main reason why I put out that video. Going through what pieces that the build was actually going to be changed, and actually stating what the change as of right now was going to be. So that kind of prepared them for what one of the better of the builds was going to be for when, the update does come. It does require a lot of synergy, a lot of planning, trying to get the pieces for that 311.7, but that's the beauty of it, the payoff at the end.
Take it as guys. Thanks, Relentless Good Stream.
I appreciate it, Neb Girl. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate the love and support. But yeah, along with getting that 311.7, it's just about you gotta have that 7 skill power, but yet you want.
Thanks for the videos, man.
I appreciate it, John.
Coming.
Oh, will do.
Hope to run with you again soon.
Yeah, just
Time-gated mags. I mean, who knows when, and I sort of need those for the end game, so it's all sort of a bust until then, to be honest. $3,117 not hard. I might just do $5,117 compensated. Is not that important.
It isn't really that important, but what makes it somewhat important with this is the incorporation of compensated along with the spotter and on the
3
ropes.
characters and no extended mags.
See, I mean, you can do different
Ooh,
variations and combinations, but do you want to just build around one specific talent that's going to be strong, or do you want multiple talents working in synergy together and be stronger than, you know, just utilizing one of the so-called meta talents? I mean, it all depends on your playstyle, right? So any, you know, build can necessarily be strong depending on the player and how it's built. There's certain ones that are going to require a lot of thought, but the payoff is for them to be even stronger, right? It's like a cat and mouse game. I mean, you just got to know what type of player you are, what your flaws, your weaknesses, your strengths are, and build accordingly. You know, make the build conform to you and not you to the build. But I'm going to end it there, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Appreciate all the love and support. And again, if you happen to be new to the channel,
you gotta build when you have like
then
6
be
talents
ground and
up
pound that
during
like
your
and subscribe button.
PvP.
And don't forget to turn on
Emoji
post
happy
notifications.
tears.
That way you know each and every time I
397
stream
should
or
be
a
fun
build
if done
go in.
correctly. Little clunky, but it may work out.
Oh yeah, everything I think is going to be...
Should we keep farming or wait until the update?
Well, that's what I was hitting on earlier. It's good to farm still, but you want to hold on to certain pieces. It's like if you know what the changes are possibly going to be, right? Such as like if you want to use Unstoppable Force or Unhinged or things of that nature, then keep up to date on, you know, if they're keeping the current changes, and then take that and apply it to what kind of build you want to create. Because you can come across the pieces that you actually need as far as talent-wise, but they might have crap attribute rolls on them. Well, still keep them away, and then look for the ones that have the crap talents,
even if you aren't
and
actively
then
playing.
find
Plus,
the
there's
ones
the
that
blue
have
mods,
the
so
high attribute rolls. So that way, when the update comes, you can take the piece that has the crap good talents and the crap attributes, and then the other piece that has the crap talents with the good attributes, and put them together.
See you later.
So that way you can
Emoji
incorporate that in your
oncoming
build.
fist with medium dark skin tone.
I'll get killed by a vector.
But thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you all for the love and support. We'll see you fudging
Okay,
later.
man.
Y'all have a
Thanks
good night.
later.